Hello friends, happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well this evening. Let's see who we got here. Paul the Piper, how you doing? Paul Little Fat Morgan, hello Todd, Big Dave, JMZ56, Timber Drifter, Smoking Kentucky Piper, Burley Nut Bob, and Ford Smoking Pipes. How you doing, Johnny? Good to see you guys tonight. We already got a nice crowd, 34 watching. Yeah, hope you all didn't just tune in to see me make myself sick with Byzantium, but that's to come. Been a great week. Bit long. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that light off in the background. It's making it glare. Hopefully that'll be a little bit less glary for you. Let's see, we got Pipes and Bees, Robert Miller, Tim Fournier. Good to see you. Got his new glass pipe. Oh, no, that is the wrong pipe club, Tim. Boris the Piper, hello. Bona Piper, howdy, Christian. Aussie Piper, how you doing, Mick? Voodoo07, hello. Good to see you. Andrew Sirigliano, great to see you, Andrew. Happy Friday to you. Signalman Tony from Rhode Island, how you been, Tony? Big Dave, if the audio isn't in sync with the video, there's nothing I can do about that. That's YouTube. I'm just streaming it. I can't adjust that. Yes, Ford, I may go green. Groovin' Piper, how you doing, Cody? Dude Rustica, hello, Steve. Yeah, we'll get to the Byzantium, don't worry. Magneto, Kevin Doolin, and Rihanna Keeves. Sailor, hello Sailor, smoking a 70s Stanwell, Union Square. Oh, very nice. Belveni, 23-year-old, nice stuff. Couch is eating some strange fish, huh? I hope it's not too strange, Couch. Paragon Piper. DDT 0889 and Piper on the 45. Blue Dog's got some McBaron Navy Flake from 2012. Very nice there, Eric. And Tim Fournier has his sandblasted LaCroix pot. Good stuff. So I'm smoking my Savinelli Bing's favorite. And I'm starting off tonight with some Grey Ghost. Guys, if you haven't tried Grey Ghost, this was a shock to me. I did not expect it to be as good as it is. I love this stuff. It's just, if you want a cigar leaf blend, you know, I've been so disappointed by cigar leaf blends because I want them to taste like cigar leaf, and they rarely do. This one really tastes like cigar leaf, and it's got just enough Virginia mixed in there to really sweeten it up, and it's just a wonderful smoke. Chris Halpern, Michael Case, Tunnel Take, how you doing? Gary Edminster, 16th Day, Pipecast. Lots of folks pouring in here. Great turnout. Really happy to see that. So yeah, I'm starting off with the Grey Ghost, but I do have, for the next bowl, I've got my unopened Byzantium. I haven't tried it yet. We'll talk more about that. Now I got something to announce regarding a limited availability of some Sun Bear, if anyone's interested in that. But I'm going to wait until quarter after just to make sure a bunch of people are here before I let slip with that. Ron Hardcrackers Ward, Chad sent you. Oh, that's awfully nice of Chad. He's a good guy. And Southwest Aficionada, how you doing, Micah? Good to see you. Tim Fournier's having some cube cut burley Orientals and black Cavendish. Very nice. He calls it I hate Roger Goodell. That's a good one, Tim. Well, Couch, I'm glad you're not eating goldfish. That would be a bad thing, unless it's those little crackers. I like fish. We had fish tonight. But I'm Catholic. It's Friday. We eat fish. Voodoo's got some 95 McClellan mixture in a number 8 custom build. Very nice, Voodoo. I'm enjoying a Yingling. Voodoo reminded me of that. However, it's not just any Yingling. It's a Yingling light lager. Last week I was drinking the Yingling Flight, which is another of their light beers. I cannot recommend that. In fact, I cannot recommend against that enough. And it's a shame you weren't here, Voodoo. You would have really enjoyed me not enjoying that Yingling. But the Yingling Light Lager is actually not bad. It's much better than the Flight. So, you do what you have to do. "16th day, yes, Scott, it is packed with live folks. I hope it's packed with live folks. It's packed with good folks, indeed. Uh-oh, Couch, you better take care of your health. If another dog comes in here, my health will suffer. JBHD, I'm gonna have to look into seersucker. I would love to try more cigar blends that don't have a lot of key in it. Kevin Doolin, Billy Budd does have a lot of key in it, so not a fan. The Smooth Piper, how you doing there, Peter? And Cogs and Sprockets, I don't think I saw you earlier. Tobacco Pipes International, how you doing, Mark? GBD with some Pelican, very nice. Yes, DDT 0889, I am indeed. Tony 513, hey Tony, how's it going? Oh, Timber Drifter, I can't tell you how many times I've had some unidentified burley. And it's usually C&D. Yeah, Monito, I think if you like cigars, you'll like Grey Ghost. So what we got planned for tonight? So I've got a couple of pipes lined up over there. I'm gonna smoke Byzantium as soon as this is done, and then I'm really ready to quickly switch to Haunted Bookshop if that goes terribly awry. So. That's a great story, Sailor. I can't tell you how many times I've been smoking a cigar and been thinking, you could just stuff this into the bowl, cut it off, and light it. Of course, that doesn't always work very well. But the ends of the cigars, those I will stuff into pipes pretty regularly. Oh, okay, Mark. Don't care for the Pelican much? Up for grabs in a gaw. Good stuff. If anybody's looking for Pelican, check out Tobacco Pipes International. Thank you, Andrew. I've heard some other folks mention The Haunting, and it's something I'll have to look into. Sorry about the tad initiation there, Scott. Oh, dude, Rustic is getting started early on the Byzantium. So I'm feeling very fortunate right now because like 2 minutes before I pressed stream, I took a sneezing fit. I probably sneezed about 15 times, and I was worried that it wasn't going to stop in time for this. It did, but I'm feeling very. There's only so many times you can sneeze before it starts to become really painful. Probably an allergy thing. So my tamper tonight is one that was made by Jay Mouton, and really beautiful wood grain there. This is, if I recall, this is from a piece of Bacote that I sent him. I had a bunch of Bacote that I couldn't use because I had an allergy to it. And I knew he was making tampers, so I offered it to him, and he, in return, made me this beautiful, I think he calls them lizard tail tampers. But Jay is a fantastic wood turner, you know, beyond being a great pipe maker. Oh, I'm glad I got into sync there, Gary. Sorry about that. There's really nothing I can do. Yes, Ford, I know the Byzantium of Byzantium will grow hair, and then I'll have to start going to a barber again. That'll be unfortunate. So we got 71. I guess I can give you the Sun Bear news. So I know a lot of folks like Sun Bear, and it's not currently available, I understand. I haven't actually checked that, but anyway, I have a good friend. I don't think Eric S is in the chat right now, but he's been in the chat in the past. Eric S is a good friend. I've known him for a couple of years, and he bought several tins of Sun Bear and decided he didn't like it. So he has a number of sealed tins of Sun Bear that he's interested in trading. So if anyone would like the Cornell and Deal Sun Bear, he would trade it for, he said, any sealed tin of a good Virginia flake or a vapor. And his top two, and it doesn't have to be these, but you know, like his top two choices would be Full Virginia Flake, Samuel Gauth Full Virginia Flake, or Old Gallery. So just putting that out there. If any of you guys are interested in Sun Bear and you want to make a trade with Eric, send me an email. My email's down in the description. You'll see Sun Bear down there. And I'll pass it on to Eric, and we'll get you together, and you guys can make your trade. No, Steve, I don't put my cigar ends into a jar. I'll either stuff them in the pipe and smoke them, or I'll throw them away. To me, relighting a cigar, it never tastes quite right to me. So that's why I don't try to save the tobacco at all. Maybe it would be fine. I just haven't tried it. Oh, DDT, that's yeah. Back spasms and sneezing do not go together. I've had both of them, and fortunately they've rarely been on top of one another. Sorry guys, I need to. Street Glide Piper 76. How are you doing tonight? Haunted Bookshop in a Graybo. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Armchair Piper. Hello, Ed. I don't think I saw you earlier. Good to see you. XJ90X. How you doing, XJ? Good to see you there, Simon. Oh, is that so, XJ? I didn't know that about Simon. London Calling Simon. Yeah, I mean, people do it. I don't, you know, there's no right or wrong in this stuff, but I've just never felt that a relit cigar tasted right. Pittsburgh Piper and Takio Kimura, how you guys doing? Some old Joe Krantz and a Lorenzo Old Vic. Groovin' Piper Cody, are you the Cody that I should have included in the email? I might have gotten the names mixed up, Cody, sorry. I will correct that later this evening. Did you want to be in the Windjammer Jam, Cody? Oh, cool, XJ. We'll be looking forward to that. All right, Cody, I'll add you to the list. Sorry about that. Boy, that other Cody's going to be surprised. Unless maybe you both wanted to be in it. I might have gotten confused. Absolutely, we'll have you. And guys, if anyone else wants to get in on this, on March 12th, we're going to do this live stream, but we're going to do a live opening of tins of Windjammer. A bunch of guys that have never tried it before, never opened the tin. We're all going to open it together and just chat about it. It should be fun. It's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. If you're interested in getting involved in that, the email again is down in the description, the same email that you could use regarding the Sun Bear. And by the way, if you are going to email me, I put some spaces in the email just so that the bots don't pick it up. So make sure you remove those spaces when you send the email, if you copy and paste it. Oh, Tim, I'm glad to hear your dog has taste. Oh, Garden Piper, you saw my Instagram post on that Dunhill stuff. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful, though. I'll show you. So, it's a 1952 Dunhill. Really beautiful pipe. And the owner wants me to make a red Cumberland stem for it, and it's going to look fantastic when it's all done. But take a look at that mortise wall. It's thin all around, but on the bottom here, you see they flattened it. And it's very, very thin. So normally to make a stem like that, I would make the fit really tight, and then I could just like lock it in and I could file away. But I can't do that with this pipe because the wall is so thin, I'm afraid it's going to break. So the stem is tight enough, but it spins very easily. And therefore, every time I was taking a file stroke, the darn thing was rotating on me. But I got the flat pretty well defined on it. You probably can't see that, but and we're getting close. It's gonna be quite nice when it's done. And somebody mentioned on Instagram, and they're absolutely right. There's something about these patent era Dunhills and that red swirl Cumberland that just kind of go together. Yeah, Tony, I guess it's technically a sitter. I haven't tried to sit it, but the flat goes all the way along, so. Yeah, Takio, it is a nice pipe. I mean, it's got its problems, but it's the Bing is just really it's a beautiful pipe for sure. Professor Pipe, hello, and yes, thank you. It is great to see a full house tonight. Everett Young, how you doing, Everett? No, Paragon Piper, I'm not going to add the white dot. I don't want to, I'm not Dunhill, and I'm not making a Dunhill quality stem, so I don't feel comfortable doing that. Magneto. I think most of us would smoke I Hate Rodrigo Del. It would be a very popular blend if Tim Fournier wants to start selling it. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Corvette Jim, welcome. No worries about being late, my friend. I hope you had something good to celebrate. Yeah, Everett, so the deal was I'm gonna, as soon as I'm finished this bowl of Grey Ghost, I'm gonna switch over and smoke a big bowl of Cornell and Deal Byzantium. But you, Everett, have to smoke a bowl of Captain Black Grape to compensate. You know, that'll restore balance to the world of pipe smoking. So let me know if you're okay with that. Oh, Jim, I hadn't heard. That is fantastic news. Well, give her my best. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, Steve, that's really interesting. So Steve was having a problem with pipe mortar. He said it was getting flaky and coming out, and I've never seen that. And you know, we went back and forth with some troubleshooting. And actually, Steve came up with the idea. He said he's mixing it on a paper plate, and he wondered if the plate was absorbing water. And I said, oh, that makes sense. Apparently, that was the problem. So glad you got that worked out, Steve. Everett hasn't said no. Yeah, Tim, I'm not a fan of Space Wars, so I didn't want to finish that sentence. The Scuggy Piper change up tobacco, huh? All right, Everett. We'll let you get away with it anyway. I'm glad you're so well founded in your convictions about Captain Black Grape. If you guys haven't seen Everett Young's review of Captain Black Grape, it's one of the best videos I've seen this year. Well, this pipe is empty. Now we're up to 81 folks. That is fantastic. Great turnout tonight. I'm going to say it again. I hope you guys don't mind me repeating this, but my friend Eric has several tins of Sun Bear that he's looking to trade. He'd like to trade for either a Virginia Flake, a good Virginia Flake, or a Vapor in a sealed tin, and his top two choices were full Virginia Flake from Samuel Gowith and Old Gowrie, but he's open to other possibilities. So if you're interested in that, I put my email down in the description. Send me an email and I'll put you in touch with Eric. I know Sun Bear has been pretty popular in this community, and I just wanted to spread that word as widely as possible because I know it's hard to get right now. Oh, Ford, sorry you missed it. I'm just about to load up the Byzantium, but you give my best to your wife, and you have a great evening. See, I talked too long, and Johnny's gonna miss me turning green and growing hair. Now, I'm not. What blend was I smoking? I was smoking Cornell and Deal Grey Ghost, Tony. But I'm not gonna go light on this. I'm pulling out the Savinelli Hercules. If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right. This has a lot of key in it. There's no question about it. It's not bad though. It's a nice leathery smelling latakia, and you can pick up some of the orientals as well. Let's see. So this is a Balkan. It's Virginia, Latakia, Oriental. I don't know if there's anything else in here. I intentionally try to not look up reviews until I've smoked a lot of something. All right, we got a full bowl. Now I tell you, I'll do this, but I got to give kudos to Eric. Sorry, I got to give kudos to Everett, because there's no way I would try to smoke Captain Black Grape. I just wouldn't do it. Street Glide Piper 76. We don't know what's up with Carter Hall. We're hoping it comes back, but we just don't know. Yeah, I gotta have some more beer before I light this. Now, for guys that don't know, I used to smoke Latakia pretty much exclusively back in the old days, and I just lost my taste for it. It just never tasted right to me. It was always like very sharp and sour to me, and I don't like that. It used to be very creamy and leathery and smoky, and now it's very sharp and sour. So a couple weeks ago, for reasons I cannot explain, I just got this craving one morning for a Latakia blend, and I've been smoking a couple of different ones. I've really been enjoying Cornell and Deal Plantation Evening, but these are all, everything that I've had is kind of a light Latakia blend, and also with quite a bit of age on it. So the Latakia tends to smooth out a lot over time. So when I was ordering the Grey Ghost and my tin of Windjammer, I thought, well, why not? You know, let's find out if this is actually a change in my taste and I'm now returning to Latakia blends, or if this is just a fluke. So here we go. The initial light, this is not bad. It's very Oriental forward. It's a lot of like very buttery kind of Orientals coming through. Yeah, I was stalling, Everett. No, it's Andrew. Honestly, it's. I'm sorry I didn't show you, but it honestly is Byzantium. Mohawk growing. Doesn't have any Virginia Michael case. Scott Terry, thanks so much for joining us tonight, my friend. Did I miss all briared up? How you doing, John? Oh, it does have Perique in it, parsimonious piper. Yeah, I got to agree with you. I'm getting a lot of Turkish and Oriental from this, and I mean, a lot of key is there, but it's really not as much as I was expecting. Corvette Jim, you still haven't opened that Five Brothers? Yeah, you know, this is really interesting. I really don't mind this at all. This is I'll even go so far as to say this is quite good. But it's really not as much Latakia as I expected. Mon-Claude Gazdam, how you doing there, Monk? How you doing, Mike? It's even harder to say your screen name when I'm not wearing my reading glasses. Yeah, Paragon, I think you're right. The Perique is definitely playing with the Orientals here very nicely. Not a bad retrohale at all. Darn it, I like it. Fourth generation Kentucky Special Edition. Oh, you had to get the gift box. Yeah, Andrew, that's a shame. Hey, Ford, I thought you ran out on us. No, I'm actually enjoying this. Weather Piper, good evening to you. Savinelli Hercules, same here, buddy. With Peter Stokkeby Balkan Supreme. Byzantium here. Not too different there. I hope I didn't disappoint too many of you by not, turning green and falling over or something, but this is actually quite nice. It's yeah, it's the Orientals that are really making this. And there's like just enough Latakia in the background to let me know it's there. Which it's not enough to bring out that sharp sour thing that I'm afraid of. It ages well as well. Well, that's great for it. I think I'll be buying some more of this. Now, Paragon Piper, I've had Constellation. I actually think Constellation is the blend that Craig Tarler recommended to me as a replacement for number 10 Downing Street. And I've had that somewhat recently. And I think it's a light English. I don't really get a lot of Latakia out of it. I know it's not supposed to be, but maybe I'm broken, Maybe that's the problem. I'm not mixing anything with Captain Black Grape. I don't even want to have... I won't allow Captain Black Grape in my house. There you go, Full Dottle. Plum Pudding Special Reserve. The Mohawk is coming in nicely. I'm glad you like it, Tim. I'm gonna try to challenge Rambling Dilettante in his fine Mohawk stylings. Nah, Steve, I don't think it'll replace Carter Hall. Is that the description, Takio? An intriguing interpretation of the classic Balkan, redolent of Latakia Orientals and bracing Perique. Byzantium is an alluring companion for flights of the imagination to exotic lands. I'd love to meet the guy that writes that stuff. That's what we should have asked Jeremy Reeves. We should have asked him who writes that stuff. Everett's going to have some Shandygaff. That's good stuff, Everett. I've got some Shandygaff cellar that I'm going to pull out soon. It's a great spring and summertime blend. Sorry, Timber Drifter, but you know, I'm not going to buy it that quickly. It's going to take me a while to get through this 2 ounces. Cairo, huh? Well, I'll have to look into that, JB HDE. All Briared Up is having a blend of Lane 1Q, Turkish, and Granger. Huh. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that, John. Yeah, 16th day. I never liked the Burley Light without a bite. I think it's the chemical topping on it. It just never agreed with me. Well, Tinsky makes some nice pipes, Magneto. Ha ha, Voodoo. Yeah, pipe time would be interesting to know how it ages. I mean, this has very little sharp edges to it, but it is a little bit. And boy, if this mellowed out after a couple years, it would be a really nice smoke. Loop. I'm not going to be able to pronounce your name, my friend. Loopwarog. The antique Benoit is done. It's back with its owner. So unfortunately, I can't do that. Takio, I have one unopened tub of Carter Hall, and I have one open tub of Carter Hall, and that's it. All right, Pittsburgh Piper, thanks for joining us, my friend. You have a great weekend. You're getting a little gurgly. I'll tell you about my new pipe cleaner shop innovation here. So I keep this jar on the bench because I go through a lot of pipe cleaners, you know, as I'm cleaning pipes. And I was wrestling with I can fit 2 bags in here. So I use the bristled pipe cleaners, and I use the soft ones. And they're both BJ Long tapered. They're the kinds that I like the most. And so I can fit the 2 bags in there, but it was always a real hassle because I'd have to like fuss around with the top of it to get my finger in because the bags have the Ziploc on the top. And a short while ago, I realized I can just cut the top off the bag. I don't know why it took me so long to think of this, but boy, what a difference that's made. Yeah, it's an odd time when we wind up hoarding Carter Hall for sure. Yeah, Paragon Piper, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. I got a couple of tins of Christmas cheer. Maybe I can retire early between my Carter Hall and Christmas cheer. Lane 1Q is the easy smoke for Muskogee Piper. Yeah, 1Q is interesting. I'm on you either hate it or love it, and I'm on the hate it side, but so many people love it. You got to realize there must be something there that we're missing. Hey, Timber Drifter, that sounds like a burly delight there. Exactly, Takio. It's like the pipe cleaners are going to go bad. Tony 513's having some Star of the East. That's a good one. So you want to hear a sad story? These calipers, these are my cheap calipers. They're Chicago brand. And I like these because, I've had them for years. I've probably had these for over 10 years. And I like them because I know, I've always said this, if I drop them, they're disposable. That's like $30. If I drop my starrets, uh-oh. Byzantium's trying to burn me. Where'd the starrets go? So I got a pair of starrets. If I drop these, they're like 150 bucks or something. So I don't really like carrying these around, using them on a lathe, things like that. It's okay if I'm sitting here at the bench measuring, but these have kind of become my go-to, and they're accurate. They're perfectly fine to the level of accuracy that we need for pipe repair. So I dropped them on the concrete floor, and they landed like this. And I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. That clicking is a broken tooth on the gear. And now they're not accurate. They return to a different value every time I come back to zero. So they're disposable, right? So I order a new pair and I throw these away. But it's a tool I've been using for over 10 years, and I don't want to throw them away. I'm just really kind of depressed about this. I did order a new set, and I got exactly the same thing, the Chicago brand. Even though there's cheaper ones out there now and digital and everything, I didn't want to change. I'm just so used to them, but it just makes me sad. DDT's got a good retirement fund going with 70s Prince Albert, huh? Yeah, Gary. I have a lot of those holy shirts. If you saw my video yesterday, I now have an apron to protect myself from doing such things, but I don't wear it when I'm doing this. Tony, I looked into it. It's $30. I don't know why I'd even waste time, but you could theoretically replace that gear, but yeah, XJ, it's a very small gear. I don't know if it's not within my capabilities to brace on a tooth. It's fine. I just get another pair. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I don't want to keep them around because I'll pick them up and use them, and they're not accurate. Uh, but at the same time, I feel really bad just tossing them in the trash because they've been like a friend, kind of like a pipe. When a pipe breaks, you don't throw it away. Battery acid will make your shirts holy, XJ, no question. Yeah, Muskogee Piper, I know, and certainly Brown and Sharp is as good, if not better, than Starrett, and I'm not going to get into whether one is better than the other. But yeah, I like I said, I got the Starretts and they work great. And honestly, I've measured many things with both the Starrett and the Chicago brand, and there's never been a discrepancy. So the Chicago brand have been as good as the Starretts for what I do. Now, if you're machining metal and you need really high tolerances, I understand why you might want a Starrett or a Brown and Sharp. Steph and Skip Kane, how you guys and or girl doing? Am I the only one that's confused by that, Steph and or Skip? Yeah, XJ, I won't buy the electronic ones. I just don't understand why you'd want it. It's just something else to put a battery in. Shandygaff has a ginger top flavor. Really, Takio? It makes sense with the name, but I'm curious if Everett or anyone else that's had Shandygaff has gotten a salty flavor from it. It's a real interesting um, phenomenon that I've heard people talking about. CaneRod's cheap caliper repair shop. No, Timber Drifter. I'm not getting into that. It's bad enough I now apparently do later repairs. You got one of each, Jim? Yeah, I just don't get the digital. If you can read the scale, I don't think it's any faster. The only nice thing about the digital is you can pop back and forth between metric and imperial, and that's occasionally useful. That's a good strategy, Tim. Yeah, Takio, it's not. I don't think it's salt. I've experienced what I would call more of a sour flavor, and I think people are just misinterpreting it as salt. Um, that combination of a little bit of sharpness and sourness creates a salt-like uh, flavor. Not flavor, I shouldn't say, but note in the tobacco. Yeah, XJ, the conversion feature is a nice thing. Gary Edminster, you made tolls by eye? You must mean tools. I'm not making fun. I'm just trying to understand. Okay, so JBHDE does get the salt, and Magneto doesn't get salt or ginger. Yeah, everybody's experience is different. That's what makes pipe smoking such a wonderful thing. Well, folks, I've finished this bowl of Byzantium, and I'm proud of myself. And I might actually go back for another, but not right now. Right now, we're gonna have some haunted bookshop, if I can find it. There it is. Where is it? There it is. Darn backwards looking camera. So I'll say again, because I know we had some new folks come in, that my friend Eric has some tins of Sun Bear and he's looking to trade. So if anybody has unopened tins of high quality Virginia flakes or vapors and they'd like to get their hands on some Sun Bear, his top two were full Virginia flake or Old Gallery, but he's open to others. Send me an email and I'll put you in touch with Eric. Email's in the description. Ah, thank you, Steph. That's awfully nice of you to say. You proud of me, Jim? So now you got to do a live with that Five Brothers. Yeah, Tim, it's a mullet. Yes, Professor Pipe, this is a haunted bookshop only pipe. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. There, we got it going. I have not, after I did that one Zippo with the organic cotton, I haven't switched any of the others over yet, so I got to do that because I'm constantly running out of fluid now. Excuse me while I get my tin of Zippo fluid. It's darn convenient doing the live stream on this side of the shop because everything's over here. I used to have to carry everything over there and I'd never remember to take something like this. Full Dottle, I'm not familiar with Wintertime Reserve 2019 Evergreen. But if anybody has any Cornell and Deal Wintertime Reserve 29 Evergreen, Full Donald is looking for some. Oh, I gotta say, Haunted Bookshop tastes better after Byzantium. JBHDE on to old Joe Krantz. Paragon Piper, you taking off? Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Luke Reisner, how you doing, Luke? Luke had a fantastic video yesterday on hate, and I really enjoyed it. I actually meant to call that out on my my video yesterday, and I forgot. But yeah, Luke, that was a really nice job you did on that video. Yes, Scott, it really is. You know, it's interesting. I think that you can reset your palate by, if you smoke the same thing all the time, it starts to just kind of become a bit mundane, and you don't pick up the nuances anymore. And you smoke something very different. For me, it's always been a cigar. I'll smoke a cigar, and the next pipe I smoke, even if it's my everyday blend, it just suddenly comes alive to me. Sutliff Frosty Mint? I know that exists, DDT, but I don't know if I've seen anyone smoke Sutliff Frosty Mint. Samuel Olson, well, welcome from Minnesota. Good to see you, my friend. Everett Young and I agree on Frogmorton. But we don't have a very popular opinion there, Everett. All right, Professor Pipe, thanks so much for stopping in, and you have a great weekend. So I'm trying to remember the name of the YouTube presenter. He used to do, his name is actually Rene, and he used to do pipe restoration videos, but I cannot think of his YouTube name. But Rene did a review of the Frosty Mint that was hilarious. He wanted to like it, He had bought it in good faith to try it, and yeah, it just didn't work for him. I can't remember his name. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, let me know. Terry, Snarfblatt Piper. How you doing, Terry? Terry was one of the folks I had at the opening in my You May Also Enjoy. So go check out Terry's channel. He's linked down in the description. No, it wasn't Bear Pipe, Andrew. Somebody else, and he lived in California. Dark hair and a dark beard. It's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, Garden Piper. I do remember Pipe Leisure. He had some really nice pipe restoration videos, and I follow him on Instagram. His Instagram page is now all CNC machining stuff, which is what I think he does for a living. I don't know if he got out of pipe smoking or just got out of pipe smoking social media, but he's doing well. There you go, Timber Drifter. That's a great way to look at it. No, it wasn't high-end pipe repair, Jim. His name was Rennie. High-end pipe repair is George. And oh gosh, it's going to drive me nuts. I'm actually talk amongst yourself. I'm going to see if I can look him up because he had a video recently. He's put out a few tobacco review videos in recent weeks. Whoops. Looking. I got to tell you about pipes and music. Come on. I keep accidentally hitting the videos as I'm scrolling through my subscriptions here. I'm going to go one more and then I'm going to give up. All right, that's good enough. I can't find him. I'm sorry. Thank you, Voodoo. No, it's not. D Social D. Yes, Paul the Piper. Thank you. D Social D is the guy I was trying to think of. Voodoo, that is not unopened. It's opened, and it's kind of those tinned blends don't do very well. They get kind of tinny over time, so I wouldn't suggest it. Yes, thank you, Paul. All right, 16th day is going in for the Rustica. You talking about my house, Tim? Yeah, we got a lot of pipe noises and stuff, and the floor creaks and all that. It's an old house, but I love it. I don't care. Yeah, Michael Case, thanks for bringing that up. Mutton, well, I don't know about the Mutton Chop Piper update, but Paul Gilson is relatively new YTPC presenter, and he is going through a tough time. His son passed away, so check out his channel and give him a sub, and you know, think kindly of him and pray for his family and himself as he goes through this tough time. So I wanted to tell you about Pipes and Music. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was fairly active maybe about 2 years ago, and then he was, I'm going to get this wrong because I'm really bad at these things. I think he was living in Venezuela, and things got really bad, and he moved his family from Venezuela. And he's been kind of off and on YouTube, but he's a musician, and he's played some of his music on YouTube. It's quite good. I actually bought one of his albums a while back, and he has a new album out. His name is Renzi, not to be confused with Rennie. Renzi. He has a new album out, and I will try to remember to put a link down below to the information on that in case you're interested. It's really interesting music, kind of jazz inspired, and it's a family effort. His kids all play instruments, and it's nice stuff. So I just wanted to pass that along in case anybody might remember Renzi and wants to hear some of his music. So Mutton Chop actually commented on one of Paul's videos. That's interesting. Ah, Battle Creek Piper, you like the Four Noggins. Weybridge, yeah, good stuff. Definitely good stuff. Hey, Full Dawdle, thanks for joining us, Dallas. Have a great weekend, my friend. Yeah, me too, Terry. I've tried. You know, I can play a little bit of mandolin, but it's not anything that I do publicly. And my attempts at, I can play ukulele, but I think anybody can play ukulele. And my attempts at the things like guitar have just been tragic. Wow, I did not know that, Parsimonious Piper. That's really sad. So Paul, this is the second son that he's lost in a few years' time. That, I can't imagine how difficult that is. Two AM Pipe on the patio. How you doing, Onion? Good to see you, my friend. All right, Steve. You have a good evening. Give our best to Miss Kathy, and we'll see you hopefully Sunday afternoon. I'm way behind. I just realized it's already 10 after 9. Oh, Terry, that's a terrible, terrible thing to happen. Michael Case, I have it on good opinion, good opinion? That's not right. Good authority that the oboe can drive you insane. uh, 16th day, yeah. That's the problem with these limited edition blends and stuff. I think it's a conspiracy to to trap us into buying stuff that's in tins. Yeah, the pan flute will do it too, Onion. They may be the ghosts from the haunted bookshop voodoo. So, speaking of ghosts, I'll tell you guys a story. So we live, we're not really in the country, but we're in the suburbs. But there are farms around here, so um, it's not uncommon to see mice. And we had some mice in the house years ago, and we took care of it. I think I've talked about this before. You fill all the holes, and you just make it a place the mice don't want to be, and they disappear. You don't have to. My wife always wanted to poison them, and I never understood the poison because there's more mice out there. They're just going to keep coming. You can't poison them all. So we've had mice in the past, but haven't seen any in a very long time. Now, my wife has a couple of boxes. When the COVID thing started, she went a little off and bought up a bunch of stuff because she thought we were gonna, have problems getting food and all. And for some reason, I don't know why, she bought several like bags of almonds and pistachio nuts and things like that. So the other day, she decides, this had just been a box sitting in our living room because we didn't have any place to put it, just this extra box. So the other day, she decides she's going to finally put this stuff away. And as she's taking the things out, she finds an empty bag of almonds, completely empty, with a little hole in it, little oval hole. Now, I've seen what it looks like when mice do something like this, and there was no evidence of mice. Mice leave droppings everywhere. They're messy. Nothing. It was sparkling clean, just a hole and an empty bag. I can't for the life of me figure out what happened to these almonds. And it's just any household pest that would have eaten them would have left some trace. So my wife is convinced that we have an almond eating ghost in the house. So if any of you have any experiences like that and would like to let me know what rational explanation we might have for these missing almonds, and I didn't eat them. However, it is getting the salt flavor from Shandygaff. Interesting. I don't think it's salt. I think it's a combination of sour and tart, and it's tricking your tongue into thinking it's salt, but what do I know? All right. So what do I do now? Do I go back to Grey Ghost? Do I do another haunted bookshop, or do I smoke some more Byzantium? It's going to be the last bowl of the live stream. I'll let you guys choose. I can't imagine we have chipmunks or squirrels in the house. I don't know. Ghost mice. It could be ghost mice. That's a good point. I don't know, XJ. My experience with rats, I've never had a house rat, but I worked with them for many, many years. Um, and they are not clean animals. They leave as many droppings as mice. Yeah, but how would the chipmunks be getting in and out? I just don't know. So we're getting votes for Gray Ghost. Here comes some votes for Byzantium. All right, Aussie Piper, have a great weekend, Mick. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Everett Gaff is definitely up our alley. Tim, I wish I had a little a tin of I Hate Roger go down, but I don't. OCD mouse. Yeah, Scott, they were rats. I'm gonna go back to Grey Ghost. I enjoyed the Byzantium. I will smoke it. I just one bowl of that a day is enough for me. You think the almonds escaped, Jeff? Oh, Tim, that's a bad joke. All right, so I've loaded up the Grey Ghost. Now, keep in mind, guys, I've got two fairly large dogs that are very suspicious of. I mean, you know, a squirrel can't walk across our yard without them going nuts. So the idea that something like a chipmunk or a raccoon, I mean, that's ridiculous, but something like a chipmunk could just kind of waltz in and take the almonds, I don't think that's possible. Oh, Terry, that's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of scents that mice don't like. I learned about this years ago. Uh, yeah, Mr. Peanut might have taken them. A giraffe. Wait a minute. I lost my place with the giraffe comment. Uh-oh, did I just do something bad here? I think I'm okay. I'm okay. I thought I stopped the stream. Yeah, there are scents that mice don't like. Sorry, Terry, I got distracted. There are scents that mice don't like, and they even make these little pouches like what I got for the spiders. And we got some of those and put them in the garage and down here in the basement, and just went around with that expandable foam and sealed up any place where I thought there might be an opening. And the biggest thing was our garage door had a gap underneath it, and we got one of these things that you just put on the garage door, and when it closes, it seals. And Yeah, that I think made a huge difference, and we haven't seen them since. Yeah, sailor, I may not want to know what I find. Gary Edminster having a Benoit free hand with Captain Black. Axe body wash. Well, guys, thank you for solving the mystery for me. I'll just put a few bars of soap around the dining room and forget about it. Could have been an almond-eating spider, yeah. Please. That's a good one, Terry. That's a good question, Battle Creek Piper. I'd love to know what tobacco Segovia smoked. Dave, I can't get a cat. I can't. I'm allergic to them, and I don't like them. I don't know. I don't think rodents are very interested in pipe tobacco, whether it's topped or not. There you go, Pipes and Bees. He can rent out your ferrets. I would imagine they eat nuts, Paul. I don't know, but I would imagine they do. Yeah, one of those hairless cats, but they're ugly as all get out. They don't like mothballs, Gary. That's interesting. Preacherman Piper, good evening to you, sir. There you go, Onion. That's proof positive that they're from the devil. Yeah, Scott, I agree. You know, if you got something like a feed warehouse, cats make perfect sense. I just don't want one in the house. Ha ha, voodoo. Jeff. A hairless cat in a knit sweater. That might work, Big Dave. Really, Michael? I didn't know psychiatrists would be interested in that, but I'll take your advice. Yeah, Terry, they're just not attractive animals. I know, Everett. You own a cat, and Thurman is very photogenic, and I love him from a distance. Havana Daydream. Good stuff, Bottleneck Piper. It is interesting. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but it's good tobacco. Scott Terrier. I don't know. My dogs are both half coonhound, and they, like I said, they do not abide by any squirrels in our yard, rabbits, anything that moves. They don't even like birds. I just can't imagine that something's been walking around our dining room. Just don't think they'd allow that. They don't like most people walking around. They're half coonhound and half golden retriever. All right, Onion. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. Great to see you. Oh, has it got the extra toes, Voodooed? The Hemingway cats all had 6 toes, I think. I don't know how many toes a normal cat has, but I'm assuming it's 5. Yeah, they do sleep, Jim. That's a good point. Well, Tim, I had a dog named Gizmo when I was back when I was in high school. Yes, Everett. D Social D was the name I was trying to come up with. I'm really proud at how well I'm able to time this to 9:30. It's just about 9:30, guys. So I'm going to finish up and say thank you. Next week, we've got Les Wood from Fern Down Pipes. It's going to be a really, really good show. So please join us for that. I think you'll really enjoy getting to know Les and hearing about his time with Dunhill and then how he set out on his own, made his mark in the pipe world. You know, he's a very well-known pipe maker. So you don't want to miss that one. And keep in mind, if you're interested in the Sun Bear trade, send me an email. If you're interested in getting in on the Windjammer Jam, March 12th, send me an email. My email's down in the description. And with that, guys, I'm going to call this a wrap. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, it's the high point of my week. I really enjoyed catching up with you all and having a few laughs and getting my almond problem solved. And thanks for sticking with me through that Byzantium. It was much better than I thought it was going to be. So with that, guys, you all take care. Have a great week, and hopefully I'll catch you on Sunday in a video. Take care now.